Hey guys, it's Jalen. Welcome back. I'm here today to do my update for the Throwback 30 Project Pan. This is a Pantastic Ladies collab project and it was created by Jessica. This is a year-long project where we pick 30 items based on prompts from other projects that were created and completed potentially in the Pantastic Ladies collab Facebook group. So I'll throw my intro video up in the cards if you want to go back and look at the items that I pulled in. I'm not going to go over all of them because I have not started using all of them yet. So today we're just going to review the items that I have actively used at some point over the last month. And there are a pretty decent number of things here for us to review, so it's going to be a while. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start. I don't have an empty, but I do have some things that I finished or I'll get to it. Let me first start with the first item. So for the project prompt, 12 Days of Christmas, I chose the prompt 3 French Hens. And for that, I brought in my Caudalie Overnight Detox Oil. And this is because it's a French brand. And I have been using this. It's slow going, but I don't know if you guys can see. I am here now and I was there. And again, I'm going to apologize right now for the state of my nails. I need to paint them, but it's just going to have to happen tonight. But anyway, that's where I am. That's where I am now, as you can see. So I really do love this oil. I use this before I put on my moisturizer at night. It's a beautiful oil. The next item, the project prompt for this was 50 Shades of Pink. And so for that, I chose the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. And I do want to finish this, just like I want to finish the Caudalie oil. I didn't mention that. But you can see that's my new progress line. So I have used this several times. It's going to be several uses before I actually finish this up because you don't need very much of this. It's a very liquidy mask. I do love it. I just don't like it in the fall winter time, so I'm trying to get my uses now so I can roll this out of my collection. But yes, so I have made progress on this. Next up, project prompt for this was 7 Deadly Sins, and I chose Sloth, which is also has a blue color attached to it. So I chose this like no name blue tansy oil. I don't think I have I don't remember if whenever I got this in like a box, if it had a company name associated with it. It's like, there's nothing on here. But I was all the way up here whenever I brought this in, and so I'm down here now. I may have this as an empty next month. We will see. This is the oil that I mix with my daytime moisturizer, and I really do like it. I love blue tansy oil. I love the way it smells. I love the way it makes me feel whenever I smell it. I just love everything about blue tansy. So anyway, making good progress on this. Hopefully that blue line will stay on here because this jar is getting kind of oily residue from the outside. Anyway, love this. Next project prompt is around the world, and for that project you could pick there were different countries and there are the flags associated with the country, so you could either select a product that had the colors of the flag in it, or if it was made in that country. So I chose Italy, and for that I brought in the Kiko Milano Shiny Lip Stylo in the shade 02 Modern Renaissance. So it is this lippy here. I love this. It's what I'm wearing today. It's beautiful. I have made pretty decent progress on this for it only being a month. So that's what this shade looks like. It's stunning. It's such an easy lip color to wear. I love it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so next up, the project prompt is Budget Beauty. And so I went with a Maybelline product. This is the Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon in Stay Exceptional. This is also beautiful. So it's this item here, and here's the shade. And I have made some progress on this as well. I love this. It's such a gorgeous color, and I love the product. Oh. Love. I would buy like 10 more of those in different shades if they come out with more shades that are appropriate for my skin tone. Love it. I've bought a bunch already. Okay, so the next project prompt is Cupid's Bow. And this is for anything that reminds me of like Valentine's Day. And so I chose my Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic blush in Sex on Fire. So here's the product. And here's the blush. Looks like a boob. Looks like a boob. But this is a beautiful blush. Oh my gosh. I'm tempted to get the one in Pillow Talk because I think, so that there's Sex on Fire, because I think Pillow Talk would be really pretty on the face. Even though it's a lighter blush, I still think it would be gorgeous, especially in the winter. So that's maybe something that I add to my like Sephora fall VIB sale like list, because this is a beautiful, beautiful blush. I love it. Everything is beautiful. The next prompt is Fall for You. And I think these are just items that you love, if I remember correctly. And I chose this Flower Beauty Petal, what is it? Petal Pout Lip Color. I love this formula in general. And I chose the shade Spiced Petal. So I have several of these in different shades. This one is just beautiful as well. The formula is fantastic. There's one more shade of this I want to get. I think I mentioned this in my last video, but they don't carry it at Ulta. I need to get it from like Walmart or the actual Flower Beauty website. Wow. Or I mentioned this in my like June haul video. I can't remember. Anyway, I love this. Gorgeous color. Next project prompt is Harry Potter. And for that, you could choose a product based on the colors of the different houses. And I chose Gryffindor. And so for the color Scarlet, I chose these Lululemon Precious Red sheet masks. And there are, I think, 30 sheet masks in here. I think there are 30 or 31. Anyway, I've definitely used these. I haven't used a bunch. I've maybe used like 4 or 5 in the last month. So you can see that's where I am now. I love these. These are great like daily sheet masks. I do have to remember to provide enough time in the day in order, like in the morning, in order for me to use these in the morning, or just make sure I use them at night. At night, I typically like to use a thicker hydrating mask. So this is more so morning masks for me, but I really do love these. I don't know if I would repurchase them. I think I would just rather purchase like a set of sheet masks, like a box of sheet masks instead of, because I feel like those have more serum than these do. These are like just a daily dose of hydration. Whereas they like other sheet masks that are like pre-packaged on their own, they have more essence in them, but I still enjoy those. So I had an item break on me. So for the prompt in the panning zone, which is a project around the Twilight Zone show, there were all these episodes and you could pick one that you wanted to assign a product to. I chose the 16 millimeter Shrine, a deluxe sized item. So for that, I had the Sunday Riley Luna Sleeping Night Oil. It was a little deluxe size. It fell from my, like the cabinets where I have all my skincare in my bathroom and broke on my tile floor. It was so sad. So instead, I am bringing replacing it with this deluxe size perfume. And I got this a long time ago as part of like one of the Sephora favorites packs where you could buy, they didn't just have the spray perfumes, like the little minis. This actually had like deluxe sized items of perfume. So I'm pretty sure this is the YSL Mon Paris perfume. I'm pretty sure that's what this one is because they don't have these marked. Yeah, it's Mon Paris. So anyway, my goal is to use this up since I am replacing it for that sleeping oil that broke. I'm just going to use this up. And it is a dauber, I should say. It is a dauber. So I will be decanting this into an atomizer and using it that way. Next up, this is for the project prompt lip service. And in my lip service project, I usually bring in high-end lipsticks and just try to use a quarter of them. But for this project, I wanted to do a drugstore or like more affordable option. So I brought in a Colourpop lippy sticks. And this is the shade Last Call. It's a creme shade. This is so pretty. I wore this in my, I think the one of the last few videos I uploaded. It's the one that was Go for the Goal and Four Seasons combined. It's so pretty. So pretty. So little tiny bit of progress on this, but I have used it. So I wanted to update you guys on that. It's a really pretty shade. I thought it may be too light, but on its own, it's really pretty. Okay, so the project prompt for this is Mean Girl quotes and Mean Girls quotes. And I used the quote, I saw Katie Heron wearing army pants and flip-flops, so I bought army pants and flip-flops. And for this, you bring in something you bought because of someone else. So I chose the J-Cat Prismetal Chrome Eye Mousse in the shade Champagne Whiz. So here is the product here. And here is the shade. It's a gorgeous eye topper. I've used this. So my goal for this is to use it 20 times, I believe. It's so pretty. Yeah, 20 times so far. I've used it twice. So 18 to go, but I have used it a couple of times and it's really pretty. The next project prompt is Movie Madness, and I chose the movie Bridget Jones' Diary because it starts and ends on New Year's Eve. And because of that, the New Year's Eve part, I brought in a Mally shadow stick in the shade Champagne because you drink champagne on New Year's Eve. And so here is what this one looks like. And I've been using this as a base for my lid shadows. And I haven't felt like I needed to actually use a glitter topper when using this. I feel like glitter shadows adhere, or even like metallic shadows adhere to this really, really well. So it's a really nice base color. And I really am enjoying this. I made really great progress on this too. I don't know if I'll have it out next month, but I'll probably have it out in a couple of months for sure. It's a nice product. I'm enjoying that. I don't necessarily know that I would use it all over my eyes on its own, but I like it for the purposes that I'm using it. All right, the next project prompt is Nightmare Before Christmas. No, Roomba, no. The next project prompt is Nightmare Before Christmas. And for that, you pick anything that's related to like Christmas or Halloween. And so I chose a bunch of sheet masks. So my goal was to finish 7 older sheet masks, and I have finished 2 so far. That's kind of what I was mentioning earlier about finishing a couple of items. So I did finish one of the Leaders 7 Wonders Tundra Cranberry Anti-Aging Mask. And I also finished a Bio Bell. I feel like there may have been one more. So I finished the BioBell Decadence Hydrate and Vitalize sheet mask with chocolate and acai berry. And I think there was also a Earth Therapeutics sheet mask. So I may have accidentally pulled one extra of these. I'm not sure. But I think that was in this project as well. I'm going to have to go back and look at my intro. But I finished that one as well. I just don't have it with me here, but I did finish that one as well. And that one I really liked. I liked the size of the sheet mask. Felt like it did a really good job covering, and I love the Leaders sheet masks. They're so nice. When these go on sale at Ulta, I always pick up a handful of them because they're really nice sheet masks. Oh, and then I have these other ones here still that I have not used. So I think I may have pulled an extra one of these. I'm not sure. So I may have 8 that I eventually want to use up. But anyway, so here are the other ones that I have left. Next project prompt is Once Upon a Pan, and there were a bunch of prompts that you could select for this project, and I chose Henry Mills, a product you can't live without. I can't live without concealer. I have dark circles under my eyes, like a genetic hereditary thing, and I also have the bags. We're not going to go there. So I brought in the Urban Decay Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer, the Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. And this is a great shade for me right now. I am mixing this with my Tarte Shape Tape concealer as well, because it's a little bit like it's almost a perfect color, but I think it needs a little bit of brightening. But there is what this shade looks like. I really do love this concealer. I don't know if I'm ready to take out the stopper. You can see it's just a little bit dark. I don't think I'm ready to take out the stopper. It looks like there's plenty of product in here. I kind of have estimated that I'm here, but you know, I always feel like I'm wrong when it comes to concealers and where I am. I'm either over or under. I have no idea, but that's my estimation. But I am enjoying using that. The next project prompt was panning solitaire, and this was the Pan That Palette theme for last year in the Pantastic Ladies, and for that you selected like either a palette or singles, and you had a single, a duo, a trio, a quad, and then however successful you were. Is that the right way to say it? In your project, you would start with the single, and then you would go to the duo, and then you would go to the trio to finish completely. So I just decided to go with the quad and tried to pan one shade in here. And for that quad, I chose the Charlotte Tilbury Luxury Palette in Pillow Talk. So here's the packaging, and then here is the palette. So as you can see, I have been using this. This is like my go-to, I just need to put on makeup super fast palette, and I really do love it for that. It's stunning. I don't know that I swatched this last time. I may have. So there are the 4 shades, and I'll just put them here. So there are the 4 shades in the quad, starting from here down. And this is just a great quad. Now, I will say this like shade here, I do find that I need to put that over a glitter glue in order for it to really perform the way I want it to, but it's still gorgeous. Really do love this palette. It's a great everyday palette. The next project prompt is Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. And for this, we chose a song, a Christmas song, and then a product that would be related to that song. So I chose one of my favorites. Now, I don't like a lot of Christmas music, like holiday music. It's like overdone. We start too early. But there are a few that I do like. And this one I love. The song that I chose is Last Christmas by Wham. Love that song. And for that, I chose the MAC Pigment in Kitschmas. I think that's so funny. So my goal is to use this 20 times, and I've used it twice. Is that right? Oh, no, I've used it once so far. I've only used it once, but you know, once is better than nothing. Yeah, and this is a great pigment for, in fact, let me swatch it. This is a great pigment for like purple looks or pink looks that you do. It's really pretty. Okay, so there's the pigment. There's the shade. So when you put it over a glitter glue, it's much more like pow on your eyes. It's really pretty. Ooh, turning the fan off in here. Okay. Next project prompt is say good day to project panning. And there were several options to choose from. I chose Cuddly Koala, a product with cute packaging. So I brought in the Too Faced Peach Lip Balm. So I have this little deluxe size sample. And I mean, look, it's a little peach. It's so cute. So cute. Now, I don't love this lip balm. I have been using it. It's been the lip balm that's in my bathroom, but I don't love it. It kind of reminds me of those Inuit lip balms that I really don't like that I ended up decluttering. So it has that water-based consistency. Like once you put it on, it's like, it doesn't feel like it's super hydrating, but it's not as bad as those Inuit lip balms, like the chapstick sticks. I think this is better than those, but I still don't love it. So I would not repurchase this, but I'm going to use it up. The next project prompt is Significant Other Project Pan. And this is where you just have a significant other or a friend, somebody pick an item for you. I had my friend Valerie pick an item for me, and she chose the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. So here's the packaging. This is a great setting powder. Well, buffing powder. I use it as a buffing powder. I don't use it as a setting powder. I haven't really tried it as a setting powder. I haven't really been setting my face lately at all. So, you know, for me, it's really more of a buffing powder right now. I may change my mind and set other foundations because it could just be the foundation that I'm using now, which is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. Just doesn't need to be set. But, so this has only been a buffing powder for me. And I did weigh this. You guys know I don't weigh things, but I did weigh this. So I started out with 103.9 grams, and I am down to 103.6. And I use this like every day to buff. So I've only used 0.3 grams in a month. If I continue that way, I'm only going to use like less than 4 grams of this. And there's like 10.5 grams in this entire bottle or jar. So I probably won't finish this unless I end up liking to set my face with this powder. But for right now, it's just a buffing powder. And that's okay. Like, I'm not going to use something in a way that I don't like just to get rid of it. That's this. Like, this is a gorgeous powder. I enjoy using it the way I'm using it now. But I'm not going to change that. If I don't finish it, that's okay. I may change my tune on my goal for that because my goal was to finish. But I may decide just to say, like, you know, use 3 grams. And if I go over 3 grams, that'd be great. Next project prompt is Skin is In, and that's just to pick a skincare product. So I chose the Elemis Papaya Enzyme Peel. And I am enjoying this. So you can see a little bit of progress there. It's a lighter, like, chemical exfoliating peel. It's not hardcore like the Drunk Elephant TLC Baby Facial or even the Ole Henriksen Fat Glow mask, which is also really nice. This is much lighter than that, but you know, I do like it for like those in-between days where I feel like I need a little bit of exfoliation, but I don't want to go crazy. So I'm enjoying that. My goal is to finish that product. Next project prompt is Unicorn Project Pan, and this is a project where you select like items that are glittery or like special in your collection. I kind of went with a shimmery item. So I went with the MAC Hyper Real Glow Face Palette. So here's what this is. This is a highlighting palette and it has 3 different highlighters in here. And I have mostly just been mixing all 3 of these shades together. I'm at that color in my, like with the tan right now where this will work. But that dark shade, I think eventually I may not be able to wear that dark shade mixed with these if I get really fair. So let me mix all 3 of these together and show you what that looks like. So mixing them all 3 is at the bottom. So I really do like doing it. I like doing that. My goal is to use each of these 20 times. And so far I've used the first 2, which are Flash and Awe and Rosy Glow, 7 times. And I've used Life of the Party, which is the darker shade, 6 times. So there was one day where I did not mix this one with the other 2. But yeah, this is really pretty. Really pretty. Next project prompt is Winnie the Pooh. And I chose the prompt Pooh Who Loved Honey. Pooh Who Loved Honey. I chose the Pharmacy Honey Potion Renewing Antioxidant Hydration Mask. So here's the mask here. I love this mask. Love. For dry skin girls, this is a great mask. So I kind of estimated that I was here, and I'm estimating that I'm where that black line is. I think I'm a little further down than that. My goal is to use half of this. Yeah, to use half of this. And so I'll need to get to like down here somewhere, but you know, like here. This is just a really, really nice mask. It's that honey consistency. I love it. I love it so much. So I did miss one. I missed the panning games, which is somewhere in the middle. That's okay. And what I did for this item is I just did a like random selection of a lip product in my collection, and my goal is to finish it. So I was lucky. I got a Pat McGrath lipstick, and this is in Venus and Furs. And this is a gorgeous shade. I've made some progress on this, not a ton, but some. It's definitely going to be more of a fall winter shade for me. This is gorgeous. Oh. Beautiful color, great formula. Okay, and the last item I have is for the prompt Wizard of Panning, and I chose the prompt from that project, Toto Something You Love. And for that, I brought in the Bite Beauty Matte Lip Crayon in Pastille. I think it's matte creme lip crayon in Pastille. The writing on here is so tiny. I mean, look at that. How is somebody who's like over the age of 40 supposed to read that? Anyway, here's the shade. This is stunning too. Oh, love it. Oh my gosh. Love it. And my goal is to finish this. There isn't that much left in here. So I was like, oh, I'm going to try to finish it. So I have made some progress on this. I'll show you in the picture, but not like massive progress. You know, just decent progress for a month. So those are the items that I have been working on in this project. I'm just making sure there's nothing else here that I didn't review. And I'm loving working on all of these. None of these I'm like, oh, I hate it. You know, I think most of them, all of them, I really do enjoy. So I'm loving this project. How is your Throwback 30 going? Like, I'm not sad that I didn't have any empties this month. I'm not surprised because this project does take a little bit of time to use your stuff. I didn't do a ton of like gimme items. So that is my update for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you're doing well and staying safe. Please hit that subscribe button and I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Okay, I'm testing out another highlighter. So if it looks dark to you guys, let me know. We got Marley back there. Next product. This is it's the song that I chose. So I had my Valerie. My Valerie. My last video, I had so much lipstick on my teeth. Oh my God. Bye.